So in the previous episode of Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury, we've got a lot of things. A lot of stuff was happening, but towards the end, we saw that Suletta and Miorine, I definitely did not just blank out on her names just then. We saw them made up with each other. We saw a nice little moment. They gotta hug each other and all that. Just girls being pals. That's all. And that was when we saw the attack, and both of them were separated. And Suletta saw one of the girl who introduces herself as a witch from Earth. So that is very interesting. I know that they're also piloting remodeled mechas, remodeled mobile suits from the prologue and all that, and we did get to see a man who was also from a prologue, who is now like super chubby and all that. So we'll just have to see how the final episode of the first core ends, whether it's going to end with Suletta, getting into Aereo and fucking shit up. I don't know. We'll just have to see. If by the end of the reaction and or discussion you find that you had a good time, remember to leave a like, and if you're not subscribed yet and you've been coming back at least every week, I would recommend you to subscribe. It'll help my channel out a lot in the long run. So yeah, I appreciate any little subscribbles that comes my way. All right, we're gonna get started. And what was this girl's name again? I completely forgot. Big fan. Sophie. Where's the Aereo? Yeah. Why you wanna help me take her to... What the fuck? a little motivation, huh? Oh. Hopefully that woke her up, huh? That girl will come here. Keep marching on instead of running off. That is a different title from what Crunchyroll put. Hello? Yeah, so I thought that Sophie would at the very least sort of help her get to Aereo, but I guess she is motivating Suletta in her own way. You better get to Aereo or else you're dead. It's really nice to see oh! They've never really shown those two before. Because I think that used to be where Prospera and Delling was, right? Or was that... I was paying like half attention to the opening. It's war. Oh, congrats, guys. Wow, it's a whole purple explosion. Huh, he's made it. Man's gonna pilot. Alright, well, man's piloting a mobile suit? Now I'm just over here like, is he gonna get in trouble and fucking Bob will have to help him? Oh, there's Delling. Man's in a spacesuit. Well, she just woke up. Ooh, okay. So she's using permit score. But is it affecting her? Like, doing the antidote. So how is she gonna get out of this? Oh, she's just increasing. It is a... I feel like shit, but at least I'm still alive. Oh wow, just right where they were. Ah, interesting. Damn, how many people are in this operation? Suletta was just out here tucking rolling. Oh, is she crawling through vents? This is an emergency exit? Is a vent? Of course. Just like Prospera said. Her dad. Or is it someone? It is her dad. You protected her. Alright guys, mission accomplished. Time to leave. With the best odds of survival. Not red. Not red. So is that why because they have to save you? Or look at that, having a nice little moment while he's just out here dying. Delling, you can't die on me like this, you son of a bitch. Oh, they're bringing in the infantry, or? Yeah. Damn, dude, how many people are fucking... Damn, dude, we're having, like, a repeat of, like, the prologue. Sick. Oh my god, she's over here having a panic attack, you know? Honestly, me! What are you gonna do, Nika? What are you gonna do? Uh-oh. I think she's gonna... That's... yeah. Eh, whatever. Just... Oh. Look at Nika fucking saving her own ass. Uh-oh. Is that... Yeah, so he's the guy who's seen... Ooh. Oh shit, someone's discovered her. And before the next scene we see is just Nika fucking got him in a headlock. Wow. My man's coming out. Alright, let's man's shooting at Bob. Oh. He knows who that is. Bob's gotta go. But what are you gonna do, Bob? Your dad is probably in danger too. What are you gonna do? Ooh, Bob's just casually sliding in. Fast work. Oh, is he actually gonna fight with us? Hold on. Hey, yo, dude, your dad's on a fucking blood rush right now. Hey, it's a fight for survival. If he's not gonna fucking answer... It's you or your dad, ghoul, let's fucking go! His fucking survival instinct is kicking in. Get fucked, Dad! Congrats, my guy! Congrats! You just stabbed your dad! Let's go! It's a little late for it. You know, I wanted you to slap your dad, but, you know, stabbing him is also a viable option. R.I.P. Oh, damn, dude. Damn. Fucking efficient. Yeah, you tell her. They're terrorists, it's I. Well, yeah, they were going to. She's using. This is just her manipulating Suletta. Y'all hitting me with the fucking piano version of the opening. We'll survive. And Miorine, yeah. Big fan. Oh shit. Here's the upgraded Aereo. What if she didn't have a mom? Ooh. Ooh, ready for space fight too, dude. Damn, I just realized Vim is dead. Delling is close to dead. All the dads are dying. No! It looks just like every other Gundam. Sorry, I'm Gundam blind. Your gun bits are telling you this? Is that Nori? Oh, what was her? Noria. She's out here. She fucking shook, dude. Oh my god. Oh, wow. Oh, here it comes. The Dominicus. You're pulling back? Alright. Damn, dude. We're sisters already? God damn. What are you fucking smiling about? Sounds like a code word to get involved. It's a lot more. They're a lot more vocal, it seems. The gun bits. Oh. Okay, just after credit. I was. Oh no. But anyways, if Delling does die, I can't believe it. All the dads. No. Well, actually, there's still one dad, and that's Shaddix. That piano part of the opening. God, I feel like I'm spitting everywhere. That piano part when Prospera was talking to Suletta. I think they were playing the part where she appears on the opening, right? Because like I remember that specific part is where she appears. If I'm I don't know if I'm correct or not, but I mean it's also like a 1 minute song, so 1 minute version. All right, what's going on here? Oh, she's taking him to. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is this Suletta actually gonna kill? Oh, here's the Aereo. Holy shit, Suletta. Fucking savagery. Miorine. He's like, what the fuck you did that for? God, you killed her in like the most... You killed him in the most... Suletta, you've just... Suletta! Suletta, you are... Wow. Holy shit, dude. Wow. Damn, dude, I don't know about you, but Ariel's looking thick. Oh my god, dude. She really just came in and just... really flattened this man. You know, I thought she was going to at least put her hand out in between, but no. Wow, Prospera really got to her, that's for sure. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the center. Well, I'm gonna write my notes, then I'm gonna go back to the center. Alright, so that was the final episode of the first core, or season 1 of Mobile Suit Gundam, the Witch from Mercury. I'm just still very surprised to even say the title the way that I say it. But apparently, it says see you in season 2, so I guess this was season 1. Wow, okay. Well, certainly was a finality. Holy shit, dude. So, wow, okay. Alright, I've wrote quite a few things, but I, for some reason, didn't really write anything about the Earthians. Whatever, you know, I feel like they played their roles and all that. But okay, I guess I'll just go down the list for right now, although my list is kind of off. Anyways, at least that we now find out that Antidote, according to Sophie, is it Sophie or Sophie? Yeah, Sophie. According to her, Antidote only work up to permit score 3. And so when she did permit score 4, that bypasses the Antidote, to which I suppose that was also how Ario bypassed the Antidote during the group fight as well, because she went up. Did they mention, I forgot who, it was Prospera, I think, when she was talking about it to Delling. She said that she had gone up to, Ario had gone up to permit 6. I think that's what it was. I feel like 6 was a significant number somewhere. But yeah, so that's the thing about the Antidote. So even though it feels like it only goes up to 3, because perhaps once they hit permit score 4, that's when they start feeling the effect, as what was happening with Sophie, where she's like, oh, my heart feels like shit, I feel like throwing up, but hey, I'm still alive. So perhaps that's like after score 3 is when, you know, they really start damaging themselves and all that. I can't remember the fight between Suletta and the first fake Alon when he was going into permit score. I can't remember what permit score he was going through. But okay, so that was nice about the information with Antidote and just permit score in general. And so we saw Vim. You know, he could have lived if he just fucking stayed in his little hidey hole, but he decided not to because he wanted to take revenge on Shattuck, which is just so fucking funny. But he decided that he's gonna pilot a mobile suit and he's gonna go and attack the terrorists all on his own, which I thought they were going to bring other people over, but it was just him. They were like, protect the president, but also let the president get in the fucking mobile suit and go by himself. I guess, you know, it's fucking good for him. But he goes and he attacks, and at the same time, Guel hears that Suletta is here. And of course, once he hears that, he mobilizes himself, and he goes to steal a mobile suit in order to help Suletta. And that's when he gets into a fight with Vim, and Vim over here is just having a fucking bloodlust at this point, so he's not even listening, you know, or he's just closed off all communication or whatever. So he's out here trying to kill Guel without realizing, and Guel ends up killing his father without realizing, because, you know what, I suppose the survival instinct was just so much better than Vim. Get fucked, old man. But, what is it? We saw that, you know, Guel says he can't die yet. He hasn't even moved forward to Suletta yet, because as we can see, this is what Guel really has been doing. He's been running away. And essentially, I suppose, he has gained one. And so, here he is, finally moving forward, and, well, I mean, he certainly gained something. That is him fucking killing his dad. And so he kills his dad, but like the last thing that Vim said was, "Oh, it's Guel. I'm so glad, you know, I've been searching for you," which is an interesting tidbit. You know, it sees that despite all that meanness factor that Vim puts on, there is a sort of care within him for his son Guel, which is something that we've been gradually seeing through the series with Delling and his daughter Miorine. So, in going into these two, and when Miorine and Delling reunites, the first thing Delling asks is, "Why are you in that uniform? You need to be in a normal suit when we're evacuating or during an emergency." And here is Miorine saying, like, "Why aren't you gonna care about your daughter first?" Which is a very funny thing, because it's like, it kind of makes me feel about that situation when Miorine was, you know, just looking at the numbers and talking to Suletta without even realizing that she's hurting her feelings. That's what I was thinking about, because that was when Miorine felt like she was acting like her dad, and here's her dad doing exactly the same thing. But like, in it, because I mentioned previously that Miorine is more of a doer instead of a shower, and that is sort of like Delling, where he asks, like, "Why aren't you in your suit?" Because of course, if you want to get evacuated, you gotta be dressed in the fucking suit, so then you can get ready to evacuate. You know, that's in his own way, that I know when he said that was in his own way of caring about his daughter. It's just like, the whole thing of, "Oh, thank God you're alive." You know, I feel like that in Delling's head doesn't really matter at the moment. I need you to get in the fucking suit so then you can go and evacuate with me. So I understand that when he said that, but of course, you know, heightened emotions and all that, Miorine got a little upset that he didn't ask about her safety and all that. But as they were heading off, and during the fight with Sophie and like the 6 other fucking witch hunters and all that, the fucking wall blew up, and Delling protects Miorine, but he ends up getting stabbed because of it, and he's just currently on death's row at the current moment. And he tells her, "Hey, you need to think of the best option to survive, you know, what's the best survival rate, you know, and if you surviving, the rate of your survival is more without, you know, taking me with you, then you should, because that's what your mom would do." And he mentions Miorine's mom. Well, yeah, her mom. Not Rhett? Not Tret? I don't know. I don't know how to say that. But it's an interesting thing that he puts that out first, because, you know, what I've been really enjoying about this series is the first, you know, the first, like, almost lighthearted introduction, other than the fucking murder that we got in the prologue, but and how the introduction that we got of Delling, who seems like a very one-off man, like he's just like really out here being a fucking villain. But then as we started learning more and more about him, of course he has some care about his daughter. And it's just that he doesn't really show it as much. And again, we kind of see that in how the way Miorine is, you know, despite her not liking her father, she still loves him in some way. You know, like, even when her dad is dying, she's just like, "I'm gonna make sure that you get out alive so I can fucking curse at you all night in the hospital." Like, "I want to make sure you survive, but I'm not gonna let you have a good rest, that's for sure." So that was nice. I was just talking about Delling dying, but anyways, yeah, it was not. But just the yeah, I've really been liking the relationship of Miorine and Delling, and how, you know, Miorine in her own way is starting to understand her father more, because she's more or less been at this point where she doesn't before she met Suletta, you know, when she was just wanting to run away, she didn't want to learn about her dad, because she'd rather just run away to Earth and, you know, do her own shit and just, you know, cut connections with her dad. So it's nice to just see this relationship between them growing, and knowing, again, that the both of them do love each other in their own way. And so, going over to, the next set of fucking kids and parents, there's a lot of kids and parents, which is Suletta and Prospera, who, at this point, it's... I don't know what I was gonna say, but, so Suletta ends up seeing people getting killed, and she's appalled by it, she was very, frightened as well, I can't believe it, you killed all these people. And here's Prospera, who has drilled in this fucking model within Suletta. At this point, the way that she used it this time around, it really felt like a fucking secret code that she just entered into Suletta, And it's like, yeah, she drilled this into her at this point, we know that Prospera drilled this model into her in order to get her to do the things that Prospera wants. And so here she is with her fucking manipulation tactics, going and saying, hey, yeah, I killed these people, but if I hadn't killed them, you would be dead as well. And so that's what I've been, I'm doing what I've been teaching you. I'm moving forward and I'm gaining too. And if you do the same as well, you are going to protect everyone. You're going to protect me, you're gonna protect whatever the second person that she said, and you're gonna protect, did she say area? Anyway, you're gonna protect Miorine. And that really gets Suletta motivated. Like, yeah, you're right. If you run, gain 1. But if you move forward, you gain 2. So I guess that really got Suletta right out of that fucking rut. And before I talk about the fucking scene after the credit, we saw that Nika decided to go in and start using a little code, code signal and all that to communicate with Noria to say that, there's a prince, ally of the prince here, so that Noria would leave her alone. But this was, she only did it out of desperation because she wanted to survive, of course. If Noria attacked this fucking place, she definitely would have gone down the fucking death hole. But with everybody running out and Nika thinking that she was only here by herself, she decided to, put that revealment that there's a rat in this place, and who witnessed this? It's motherfucking Martin, who had also seen her interacting with Shattuck as well. So like, if this is it's Martin is just kind of like, what did you just do? You did something, and the fucking Gundam just flew away. Like, what the fuck did you just do? So we're going to see how Nika deal with that in the next season, and whether she can make up some fucking excuse, or she's going to get Martin to stay quiet about this or not. We'll just have to see, because Martin seems like a very passive guy. So if Nika, manages to get him to shut up about it, perhaps he will fucking shut up about it until it gets to the point where he can't handle keeping the secret anymore, and he'll just blur it out to people. We'll just have to see how that goes, but it's very nice that we're moving that plot along. And also, we saw Shattuck and his harem. His harem had said that, the operation failed, and he's just over here fucking smiling about it, so I don't know. Like I said, despite the operation failing, well, we're really still out here fucking traumatizing people, aka Miorine. Holy shit, dude. As I said, I thought Suletta was just going to fucking put her hand in between, but no. She came in, flattened that man. She really did it in the most violent way possible, dude. She really just came in, and then she fucking slipped on the blood, like... Holy shit, dude. And here she is offering Miorine a helping hand, while her hand is just filled with blood. Suletta, what are you doing? And of course, Miorine, who just witnessed a man get squashed, turn into fucking squash soup. Of course she's going to freak out, and she's just like, what the fuck did you just do? You are a murderer. Woo, we're gonna see how that fucking goes in the next season. Holy shit. But throughout this whole season, I really like the theme of the parental theme. I guess that's what I kind of want to say, because there's a lot of parents and lots of kids, and it's, you just see a lot of the kids becoming like their parents, because that's just how they're raised, even if they don't like their parents in some way. When you interact with them so much, you end up mimicking the person, even if you don't like them. You know, the main example is Miorine. Even though she doesn't like her dad, she still ends up becoming like him. And this is the case with Suletta and Prospera, and how you can see Suletta is becoming very much like Prospera, especially towards the end, with how she just obliterated this man, and then she still had a smile on her face, which was also what Miorine was very scared about. You know, how you just killed a man, how can you fucking smile like this? Is that what you said? Hold on, I have to check. Yeah, how can you smile like that? Okay. So, yeah. It's that attitude that's very familiar to Prospera. I mean, we saw Prospera just fucking snipe these 3-4 men, and then she goes to Suletta and she's like, "Oh, sorry, must have given you a little scare." So, yeah, that's very much like Prospera, and it's just so, ooh, my god, ooh. And I guess in themes of kids becoming like their parents, I mean, that was also Guel as well, you know. Guel was acting like Vim because he wants his dad to like him, to acknowledge him and all that, and that's why during the academy he acted very much like him. But now, currently, Guel ended up detaching himself from that, so, you know, he's a little, well, I mean, I guess it's also a little similar with Shattuck and his dad, and how he's decided to, you know, move away from their parents. But it's just that nice theme of, you know, kids are like their parents in some point, and then eventually, you know, if the kid realizes the wrongness of their parents, you know, kind of like with Guel and perhaps with Shattuck as well, because Shattuck has has different thinking about his stepdad anyways. His adopted father, and just like how Guel, you know, started changing and morphing into his own person instead of just trying to be like his dad. So I very much like this oddly parental theme in Gundam. The other thing that I wanted to mention was Prospera's attitude towards Suletta. I feel like in the beginning, for the most part, I feel like if I watched this back again, knowing fully about what Prospera and what she's, not fully, but, you know, I don't know, like 70%, more than 50%. You know, I could see, like, the attitude in Prospera, but, like, as you start seeing more and more Prospera, you start to see how little care she actually has for Suletta, and how much more care that she has for Ariel, which again goes back to that fucking theory that I don't want to think about, but that truly is what it feels like, where she just ends up, you know, Prospera doesn't want to leave Ariel because she considers Ariel her daughter as well. But then when she talks about Suletta, she just says, "this girl." You know, she doesn't say "my daughter." You know, I know that my daughter would be would be coming here to Ariel, or at the very least, my daughter would come for her sister. That sort of way, the way that she says it, but she just says "this girl" as a way to mention her daughter, and it's just very odd, but also in terms of like the manipulation that she puts Suletta through, kind of like when Suletta had like a sort of question to Prospera, and then when they were at her office and Prospera goes into this fucking preachy mode about how she loves her daughter and all that, and then that just distracts Suletta. You know, Soletta's like, "Yeah, you're right," you know, and that whole thing, you know, where she wasn't exactly T-posing, but she was like doing this, you know, her hand was down here, and the light was shining behind her. She's over here speaking like she's a fucking prophet or something. So, yeah, there's that. The way that they play it, especially towards the end, and with Prospera's final manipulation towards Suletta, it really does feel like Prospera is becoming, or is already, well, or at the very least, she was the antagonist, but we just haven't had, like, enough evidence pointing towards her, you know, because, like, we saw the prologue, we saw it from her own, from her perspective, before she became Prospera and all that, and so we saw that from her perspective, and then we get to see Delling, And then in like the first 2 episodes, we see Delling and his slow dabbling in villainy, so it really feels like he's an obvious target to be an antagonist. But now here we are towards the end of the series, where everything feels a little muddled. Everything feels a little muddled. It's like, would you consider Shattuck an antagonist now? Because he is the guy leading the operation and everything. But for me right now, it really does feel like Prospera is, just has been the antagonist for a while. It's just that she's been keeping herself in the shadow, and she hasn't really shown herself as much. Here she is saying that she wanted revenge, from the short story that we read. That she wanted revenge on the people of Oxearth, for the people of Oxearth, and she wanted revenge against Delling. But in the previous episode, she was helping, she was in works with Delling to do the whole Gundam thing, which is an interesting tidbit, but also, it's been 20 years and all that, and if we follow the actual fucking timeline, Suletta shouldn't be the same age as Miorine, so of course she has to be not Prospera's daughter, which is why we can see this disconnect that Prospera has with Suletta compared to Ariel, and how, in terms of manipulating, she really only sees Suletta as a tool, just like how it was in the short story where she was talking to Ariel about how Suletta and Ariel are going to be the spearhead of her revenge. So it's just nice to see the little review, not the reviewment, just to see the story and the characters unravel through this the series, and I very much enjoyed it. I guess we've really, what's the term, pull the rug from under it? No, I don't think that's it. But I suppose we really got the stick in here now, huh? We've got fucking blood coming, and we see Suletta getting her first blood. She's really out here getting her first. Oh yeah, and I forgot to even talk about the fact that Ariel's little gun bits are more vocal than ever, which is an interesting bit, because I remember when she was fighting with Alon, I think that was when she's like, oh, I feel like I could hear them more than usual. And it seems like as she starts using Ariel more and more, she's starting to hear the gun bits a lot more. And here in this case, she literally can talk to them, and they're over here like, oh yeah, Miorine's safe. We can tell you where Miorine is. So Suletta's like, oh sick, I'm just gonna go follow you guys now. So And how, Suletta talks like, everyone, we can do this together. And all that. So, it's very, very interesting that Ariel's little gun bits are getting more and more vocal, or I assume we're probably going to see them almost like how the first fake Alon saw it. I don't know, maybe that's going to come in play eventually in the next season. Well, Suletta and Miorine made up last episode, and this episode, whoo-wee! Just like what Suletta did to that man, she fucking squashed their relationship. Sick. Obviously, she's probably going to say the same thing that Prospera said to her, which is, hey, if I didn't kill that guy was going to kill you, or that guy was going to kill your dad. So, what was I going to fucking do? Let him kill you? I move forward and gain too. So I assume that's what Suletta is going to say. She's you know what I was thinking? Prospera is like the evangelical mom who's just been preaching to her daughter, and now her daughter is spreading the words to everyone else. Jesus fucking Christ, dude! What a great first ending. What a great ending to the first season, though. I really, the show has been very nice. I feel like I don't really have I don't need to say an overall thoughts, because I feel like I've already said it. I like how things unraveled throughout this series, and seeing like the characters that we saw are not who we see, and then just to see their character development, and again the whole fucking parental theme that it's going on here. Very, very, very nice. And I am excited to see season 2 when it comes out in the spring, if I remember correctly. I think it comes out in spring. Is it spring or summer? Sorry? Yeah, okay, anyways, I think it's spring. Anyways, if I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Well, actually, no, in the next season. Well, whatever, I'll see you guys when I see you guys.